Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about other cryptocurrencies. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys as usual, and I'll do my very best to troubleshoot your issues that you throw out during the live stream. If I don't get to your question, check the description down below. My email's in there, thecryptodad@gmail.com. Shoot me an email if I don't get to your question. Let's get this thing going. All right, welcome everybody. I'm here in the lair with the rig, my green screen, my key lights, and my microphone. Hopefully everything is working. Sound is going good. So it's been an exciting week. Bitcoin broke its all-time high again on Wednesday. Naysayers be darned, because Bitcoin just will not stay down, will it? We thought it was all over in April and May when China started chasing the miners out. But Bitcoin did not buckle. It bent, but it did not break. All right, so anyway, let's get to the news. I'm going to go over here and see what's going on. A lot of people jumping in at the very beginning. That's just cool. And some people that were asking some questions early, I tried to get those questions answered. Let's go ahead and pop out chat over on this side, and I will move it over to my secondary monitor so that I can just kind of keep an eye on what you guys are saying over here and doing. Asking me if I'm holding some Elrond gold. I am, a little bit. I kind of try to forget about it. I've got some coins that, like especially the ones that you can stake. If I can get a little bit under my belt, buy some of the coin and then just drop it into a staking wallet and try to forget about it. That's kind of my strategy on some of these coins. But anyway, yeah, I've still got a little bit of Elrond gold, but I sold some off. I think I've managed to break even since it started going up last year. It's kind of one of my older holdings. Okay, so let's jump into the news. Let me just greet everyone that's here. Rogerine, I hope I got to your question. Doe Clover 100, Ruth Kleiber from Canada, welcome. Joanne L, hello. Creative was having some issues with his Ledger Nano X, downloading the latest update. I'm assuming you were trying to do that in line, inside Ledger Live. Sometimes that doesn't work, depending on the version that you're running. You can always quit Ledger Live and just go over to the Ledger website and download the latest version of the installer and run the installer. It'll update your Ledger Live the next time you launch it, right? So if you click download in your Ledger Live and it's been downloading for 3 days, that's too long. That's too long. All right, Hannah 350, Shiba. We bought a little bit a couple weeks back. It's Shiba is Shiba. Are you in any launch pads? If so, which one? No, not in particular. Usually if you're trying to get in on a coin early, before it is launched, it's rather expensive. And, they have a sale and you have to be there right at the time that it opens and it sells out in 2 minutes. And, that kind of stuff. For me is a little, I just rather wait for the coin to be available on an exchange, maybe after the initial pump, and then grab some that way. But I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that's not my thing, really. Because you never know what's going to happen. Is the coin going to be good or not? And usually they want a lot down if you want to be in like those early guys. The bar is pretty high. It's like, 50 grand or higher or whatever just to get in on something early on like that. But now my Yori wallet won't connect to Ledger via Bluetooth. Okay, yeah, I've never tried to use the Yori wallet on my phone via Bluetooth. Maybe you should try the desktop version and just connect your ledger. Anyway, before we get too bogged down with answering questions, let's go ahead and grab the headlines, talk about those real quick. This is from Wednesday. Bitcoin officially hits new all-time high above 65K. I believe it was, I thought I saw it up just flirting above 67 on Wednesday night or whatever. And it's pulled back since then. But this is a good all-time high. The last, I read an article, and I don't think this is it, that talked about what it did previously in April, when it hit its all-time high in April. And it was almost parabolic in April, as far as, going from like 30,000 up to 60,000 in just a couple of months. And, just making these incredible gains on a weekly and daily basis, just too far too fast. This last all-time high was a steady climb from, 40,000 over the last month or so. If you look at it, I guess we can look at the chart real quick. Let's just try CoinGecko. I don't think I spelled it right, but it should come up. Right, so if we look at the Bitcoin chart over the last year, right? We saw it going up really quick and hitting its all-time high, in April. I don't think this is it, actually. But, yeah, I'm talking about this last month or so, or not even a month, We've just had kind of a steady climb from, low 40s up to our all-time high. And it just sort of took its time, right? You can see back here these like heavy spikes. We're not really seeing that. It's more of a steady climb, right? So hopefully it'll be more of a sustainable high, right? And the big question now is Bitcoin going to hold 60K for the week, right? Bitcoin trades 24/7. It never really closes, but they're always like these chart people are always talking about these milestones, weekly close, yearly close, monthly close, It doesn't really ever close, but it matters, right? It matters to these chartists. If Bitcoin can hold over 60 for the week, which means tomorrow, whatever time it closes UTC time, that they count it as the official end of the week. If Bitcoin is still over 60, that'll be good, right? Right? Of course. And that, I guess, is tomorrow night at some point. Eastern time, I'm not sure. I think Dan mentioned to me that was like 8 p.m. Eastern, but I could be wrong about that. So when we hit that hour, right, and Bitcoin is over a certain amount, they count it as a weekly close, right? So that's what we're hoping to see tomorrow, is a weekly close over 60. I'm not really too worried about that. It seems like it's pulled back a little bit, but it hasn't been a gut-wrenching pullback based on some sort of FUD out there in the news, like the China thing back in April. There was a recent one a month or two back when China announced again for the umpteenth time that Bitcoin was illegal, and everybody freaked out, and Bitcoin dropped from 52 back down to whatever. But anyway, we're not worried I'm not too much worried about that. It just seems like long term, hold your Bitcoin, right? But we just hit a new all-time high, and that's another more ammunition against the naysayers, right? Also, this first article, it is linked down below in the description. If you want to check out my description down below this video, I have all of these news stories linked for you guys. I would highly recommend you checking out this news story. And if you scroll down here, there's this video from this tweet from Plan B. I'm not going to play the video. I made the mistake of playing a video a couple weeks back and I got hit with a copyright. So I'm not going to play any videos for you guys, but I've got this story linked. So I would encourage you to go check it out. It's pretty awesome when the bulls run, something like that. So we'll see. Can Bitcoin hold over 60? Right? And then another interesting story here is that Walmart has quite a few Coinstar Bitcoin ATMs where you can purchase Bitcoin. I guess 200? The retail giant is offering Bitcoin through 200 of its Coinstar kiosks. So that's pretty big news. I mean, Walmart is the biggest, I think, I mean, it's not that I think, I'm pretty sure that Bitcoin is the largest company. I could be wrong about it. Maybe, I don't know. Companies by market cap, right? Companies by market cap. I don't know. Let's see. What's the biggest one? Companies, Apple. Where the heck is Walmart? I thought Walmart was like a big... Okay, there it is. Number 17. Okay. I thought it was bigger than that. Who am I? Right? So Apple, Microsoft, of course, Saudi Aramco, Google, Amazon, Facebook. And Bitcoin is up in here somewhere. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that chart. But Bitcoin is up there by market cap, right? If we throw in the market cap of Bitcoin. But anyway, Walmart selling Bitcoin, sort of, is a big thing, right? It's, you know, it's a third party, but they're allowing these in their store. And that says a lot, right? That they're allowing Bitcoin ATMs in their stores. And it's big exposure, too. That means, you know, your typical Walmart shopper is going to walk in and say, hey, what's Bitcoin? What is that? What is that all about, right? I could buy it at Walmart, right? And then they might hear it on the news, and the next thing you know, they're looking into it a little more, right? So it's good exposure for Bitcoin, right? And then I got an article here from Zero Hedge. Like I said, all these articles are linked down below. You might want to check them out. And it's kind of a reiteration of what the Bitcoin philosophy is all about, what Bitcoin is. Some of you that might be new to this live stream that are just jumping in may not completely have their heads wrapped around Bitcoin yet. I get it. It took me a while to get my head wrapped around Bitcoin completely, right? But this article breaks it down, what exactly Bitcoin is. And it's got a point to it, right? It talks about the American dream as owning a home. And that's what, you know, my parents did, you know, my grandparents, they bought houses, they paid for them, and then they burned their mortgage. And that was, you know, how you would get a piece of the American dream. But these days, buying houses is almost out of reach for a large portion of the population. So this article states that Bitcoin could be the replacement for that, right? Because if you own a nice chunk of Bitcoin, it's almost like owning real estate, right? It's a scarce resource. And not only can you own the Bitcoin, you can also leverage your Bitcoin, probably more so in the future. We have, you know, some places where we can deposit Bitcoin and earn interest, but there are also platforms that are coming out where you can borrow against your Bitcoin. So if you can imagine like you have Bitcoin in a wallet and you can put it in some sort of equity fund or whatever they do for real estate. I forget what they call those things. Somebody help me with the word. But then borrow money against it, right? So you still are holding your Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin is the collateral, and as soon as you get that loan paid back, then you can gain full access to your Bitcoin again, right? So like property, right? You can borrow money against it. So, but it goes down the list and explains what Bitcoin is: digitally scarce, divisible, all the things really that make up what a good currency should be, right? What money should be, right? Why don't we barter anymore, right? We don't really barter. It's impractical because how do you split up a pig, right? If I have a pig and you've got grain and you only have enough grain for what I consider half of my pig, how are you going to give me change, right? So that's what dollars and cents are for, right? So I can pay you money and you can give me change. But Bitcoin is even more divisible than the US dollar. The US dollar can only divide into 100 pieces, right? And it's worth a lot less than it was back in the day, right? But Bitcoin, you can divide it down to the Satoshi, which is like a millionth of a Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. Fungible, right? You can buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin in Canada is worth what it is in El Salvador. There might be some argument to that, some controversy. Bitcoin is not as fungible as some other cryptos because of the blockchain history, right? You might have Bitcoin that's tainted, right? That was used as in a ransomware payment or something like that. And they can trace its history back and say, ooh, this is bad Bitcoin, right? So the fungibility of Bitcoin, maybe not so cut and dried. Low maintenance, right? It's digital, it's light. You don't have to, I don't know if any of you ever had the opportunity to have a large amount of cash, but it is quite bulky, right? If, you want to go buy a car or anything, you get $5,000 in cash to go buy a used car or whatever, that's bulky, right? It's not, you can't fit that in your pocket. So Bitcoin is transportable, digital, right? Transparent on the blockchain. You can see it. It's liquid. You can sell your Bitcoin anywhere, anytime. I can attest to that, right? I use Bitcoin quite a bit for funding transactions and purchases, right? Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin is hope. Bitcoin's all that good stuff, right? It's a little one-sided article, but you might want to check it out. And then our old friend Solana, back in the news again, jumped back up there. I believe it was like 219. I noticed it at one point, but that was like a daily high. It wasn't like the closing. All right, so somebody appears to be spamming. Okay, bye. Okay, well that was easy. So if we bought some Solana here a few weeks back, and it seems to be doing pretty good. It had gone back down quite a bit from that China blow back a month or so ago, right? When the entire market took a dive over the China FUD, right? But it shot back up over the last few days. It's currently down a bit from where it was. I think it's like 199 right now. But Solana, back in the news. I want to get rid of Uniswap. Too confusing for me. What can I do? Don't use it anymore. Are you talking about the coin? You can sell it, right? Transfer it over to an exchange and sell it. We're going to talk a little bit about Ethereum fees right now. They are incredibly dumb, right? They're so high, especially for NFTs. I had some questions about NFTs, and just trying to move an NFT is prohibitively expensive on the Ethereum blockchain. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Now, before I get too much further, guys, check the description down below. There's a bunch of cool stuff in here. Like I said, all of the news stories are linked. I've got my little itinerary, what we're going to play around with tonight. Yeah, good one, Scott. ETH sucks. I've got a list of things I want to do. And then I have some affiliate links here. If you're interested in any of these services or products, I encourage you to use my affiliate link. Just click the link and it'll take you over to the site, and they'll know that I sent you. And whether you decide to buy or not, it's not that big of a deal. But if you are going to buy and you use my link, then I'll get a little credit for it. Help support me in the channel, right? We got crypto.com, cryptocurrency exchange for your phone, Android or iOS. You can buy, sell, trade, swap, stake, do all kinds of cool stuff. They have an MCO Visa card where you can spend your crypto in the real world. One of my partners for the last several years now, coming up on 3, maybe more than 3. Great company. They're into NFTs too. Ledger Nano X. We're going to talk about the Ledger Nano X tonight. There was a firmware update a few days ago. I did a video on that. It's been getting some good views and some lively comments. Trezor link here, the Ledger Starter Pack link, if you want to just get a Ledger Nano S and a little guide to crypto. That's a good deal if you're just getting started in crypto. BlockFi, one of those websites I mentioned earlier where you can earn interest on your crypto deposits, right? NordVPN for virtual private networks. Maintain your privacy. Coinbase, Kraken, BinanceUS. I'm going to play around with a few of these tonight so you guys can see how you buy, sell, trade crypto, right? I'm here to demonstrate how to do things, right? Don't get all bent out of shape if I don't talk about your coin and evaluate it and all that. I'll do my best, but that's not really what I'm here for. There are a lot of people out there hyping coins, you know. I try to avoid that. Now, I probably could have been making a lot more money if I was one of those people that was shilling coins. FTM, Phantom. Okay, Phantom is a coin. Yes, I get it. NFL NFTs. Okay. I guess you're asking me to talk about them. Well, like I said, I got other stuff to do tonight. All right, that's enough. Jeez, dude. Just give it a rest, please. All right. Well, it looks like Bitcoin is up. I noticed it's been kind of around, it's been over 61,000 most of the day. But I noticed earlier about 5:43 it popped up to like 61.7. This is crypto.com. I think crypto.com, it's based in Hong Kong. So the price it gives me is kind of a bit of a front run to what we see in the US. I don't know why. The US is always a little bit behind crypto.com. Yeah. So there we go. 61,562 currently. Our Bitcoin. Our Ethereum is at 41.44, which is also looking good. By the way, Ethereum almost broke its all-time high a few days back as well. And I don't think it'll be too long before it does, right? So we're in pretty good shape crypto-wise, market-wise, right? Price-wise, right? All right. Okay, so welcome everybody. Let's just dive in. I wanted to talk about last week, Dino Swap. And I hope I'm not going too far over people's heads when I go on to some of these staking platforms and talk about some of these coins. But I think it's important to see how you can stake and earn passive income on your crypto holdings. And I want to at least show you what's going on, how that works, at least on Dino Swap. So let's just dive in. We'll talk about some of the pitfalls of these too. So here I am on the Dino Swap homepage, right? And let's see, I'm going to log out real quick, and I'm going to go over here to my Metamask, and then I'm going to switch back over to the Ethereum mainnet, right? So when you use Metamask as your wallet, this is a browser extension, right? It stores the private key on your computer, so it's not quite as secure as a Ledger device. Now, I had a question earlier, which I'm going to cover in my itinerary, about storing NFTs on your Ledger device. So it's a little difficult to wrap your head around, but you never really store anything on the Ledger, right? The Ledger only stores the private keys of the wallets, right? the NFT is like a coin that is stored on the blockchain. And you can put that NFT on a Ledger-based Ethereum wallet or Solana wallet or whatever, right? And then technically your NFT would be, so to speak, on the ledger, or at least more precisely protected by the ledger, right? Secured by the ledger, right? So we can talk a little bit about that. But anyway, so you could have a wallet in MetaMask that is connected to your ledger. See here where it says connect hardware wallet? This will allow you to connect to the wallets that you have created on your Ledger device. So if we go down here to Ledger 2, right? I'll just go ahead and do that for now, right? So I'm on Ledger 2. Notice it has 0.0481 Ethereum on there. Now I can use this wallet to interact with decentralized exchanges on this in this web browser, right? But I'd like to also point out that that Ethereum wallet is also in my Ledger Live. It's the exact same wallet, right? We're just connecting. They're both secured by this ledger, right? The private key for the Ethereum wallet is on the ledger. So we can use MetaMask in conjunction with your Ledger device to make it a very secure wallet, right? And in that sense, you know, it's stored on the ledger, right? So we'll talk about the NFTs in that sense in just a minute. But I'd like to hit the Dino Swap real quick. So I'm going to switch back to my Dino Swap wallet, which is new BSC. This wallet is not connected to my Ledger device, right? So I don't need to confirm transactions on my Ledger device. But let's go ahead and connect using MetaMask. Yes. Okay, we're going to switch from Ethereum over to the Matic network. Notice when I did that it automatically switched my network from Ethereum back to Matic, right? So I have coins in this wallet, and this wallet is connected to Dino Swap. So there's a balance of Dino in this wallet, and then I've also got some of the assets from this wallet that are staked in the Dino Swap website. So they have the fossil farms. All right, and if we look here, we can see that I have a liquidity pair in Dino Swap that is on deposit and that is earning Dino on a fairly regular basis, right? This is now it's worth about $9, and I harvested it a few days back, right? So I know some of you may not understand what a liquidity pair is, but you basically take two tokens, you deposit them in a pool, right? A decentralized pool, and then you can take that liquidity pair and stake that, right? You can farm it, right? I know it's a little complicated, right? But first thing I'm going to hit excavate. Now, when I do that, I'm going to basically harvest these 30 Dino tokens. I have to sign this with MetaMask, and it's going to take a minute or so to do that. I lost you. Okay, well, sorry. Hopefully it'll start to make sense the more I go through this. All right, so it was confirmed. You'll notice that this went down, but I still have a balance of Dino in the wallet. Now, as a matter of fact, I'll do that over in the... Now let's go over here to the Jurassic pools. Now this is where I'm doing single coin staking, right? This maybe is a little easier to wrap your head around this one, right? We have a pool, and I have stuck one coin in there, my Dino coin. So all of this Dino coin that I have staked in this pool is earning interest in Dino, right? So that is passive income, right? Right now, it's I've accumulated about $20 worth of Dino over the last week or so, less than a week, right? I'll choose excavate again, right? And I'll confirm that in my wallet. And we'll wait a few minutes for that one to complete. That got confirmed. Now, what I would like to do is take that Dino that I just harvested and redeposit it back into this pool so I can continue to earn interest and gain, right? So I'm trying to leverage all of my rewards back into the pool to earn more. Now, there is a drawback to this strategy. And the drawback is that the rewards are coming in Dino token, right? So, and it said I just earned $20 there. Okay, fine and dandy. But what happens if the price of Dino tanks next week, which it has done since I started this, right? Now I'm in the red, even though I've still been earning Dino, right? That's all well and good. The Dino is flowing, but the price of Dino is lower than what I originally bought it for when I started this whole thing back in July, right? So I'm in the red, even though I've been earning this passive income. That's your drawback to doing this, right? Now, if the coin blows out to the moon, all the better, right? But this passive income thing would be fine if Dino just stayed the way it was, right? If it just stayed the same price, then these incremental earnings would start to add up over time, right? So let's check Dino. Let's check this, right? See if I pull this down, it says add Dino to Metamask. If you look over here in my Metamask wallet, in my assets, it's only showing the Matic, right? The Polymatic. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the Dino. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I've got some Dino in this wallet, right? I already had some in there before we got started. And then you saw me harvest some over in the fossil farms. And then you saw me harvest or excavate a little more over here in the Dino pool. So now let's just I could sell that Dino right now and cash out and lock in my gains if I wanted to, right? But I'm not going to do that. Why do that, right? I'm going to put it back into this pool, right? So if I hit this plus, I can take that 288 Dino and deposit that into this pool. And so my principal balance goes up and my staking balance is higher. So my staking rewards get better, right? But remember, this is all based on the price of the Dino token. So these pools are a bit risky when we do this, right? That got confirmed. And as you can see, my balance went up here. And there we go. All right, so, but I just kind of wanted to touch on Dino. And the nice thing about the Dino site is that it uses the Matic network, the Polygon Matic network. So fees are very low, much, 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 much lower than the Ethereum network, right? You can do all this stuff over on Ethereum as well, but prohibitively expensive when we talk about these Ethereum gas fees, right? The gas fees for Matic are so low that they don't even register as $1. Metamask can't even comprehend them. It just says almost zero gas fees every time because it's 0.000001 or 2 Matic for each. I've had like this 4.7 Matic in the wallet forever, and I'm constantly harvesting and doing all this stuff, right? These Matic networks are very cheap, right? All right, so that's Dino Swap. Let's see. Let's check our staking from last week. We played a little bit last week with Avalanche, right? So I'm going to close out Dino, right? I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to switch my MetaMask network from Matic network over to Avalanche mainnet. And then you might be asking me, well, how the heck do you set up these networks? Well, I've got some great videos on how you do that, but basically you just go into settings, down to networks, and then you add a new network and put in the correct settings, right? So you have to check what all the settings are for each of these networks, right? There are ways to get this done, right? But let's just assume that we've done it, right? So I have the Avalanche network configured. Notice that when I switch to a different network, the main coin changes. Avalanche is the driving coin for the Avalanche blockchain and the network, right? So even though it's Metamask, it can manage multiple types of networks, right? It can manage Ethereum network, it can manage Binance Smart Chain, it can manage Matic, it can manage Avalanche. So here we are on Avalanche, right? Now last week we were on a site called Wonderland, right? And you saw me purchase a little bit of time, right? And so I could stake this time. And then notice here that the APY is simply insane, right? And that's because this is a newer platform. It's kind of risky. There are all kinds of things that can go wrong on these platforms. But you have to get in early if you want these kind of returns, right? But there's a lot of scams out there, so you have to be careful. Don't just jump in when you see an APY like this. These are risky. And even if this is a completely legitimate site, which I believe it is, there are still risks as far as price action goes, right? But let's take a look at where we were last week. I believe I'm here, right? This is last week. And I'm pretty sure that we bought some more Avalanche and transferred it into the wallet and then swapped for some extra time. So as of last week, I had 0.1789, almost 0.18 time, right? And now you can see that I have accumulated more, right? It's 0.2. So what is our, what is time, right? How much is time? So let's go over to CoinGecko. Let's put it in here. And the current price of time is 75.84, right? Let's paste in what we're holding right now, and it's worth like $1,500. That's a gain, right? Because if we look at the chart for time, let's go back 14 days. I'm pretty sure we did this on the 16th. I believe that was, what was this? The 16th of October, right? I had bought some earlier then as well. But if we go back to the 16th, which is right around here, you can see it's higher than it was. So not only have I gained more of this coin, the time coin, it's also worth more now. Right, so now I'm in the plus. So that's a good thing, right? So am I going to get out? Maybe, right? But I'm just pointing out that from last week when we got into this, it was at a certain price, and I'm getting this great APY return, and I'm earning more of the coin, the time coin, by staking it in this Wonderland. And the price of the coin is higher than it was, right? I would have been happy if it had been exactly the same price, right? Because I got a pretty good chunk of the time token, like 0.2. That's pretty, or 0.02 is what I accumulated over the last week. That's pretty good. But let's look at a different coin that I also am pretty much doing the same thing. And this is a fairly popular one right now. So let's go, and we're going to go to MetaMask and switch it back to the Ethereum mainnet. Right? And then we're going to go to this DeFi here on the Ethereum chain. This is called Olympus DAO. Right? Now, if we look at Olympus DAO, which is, what is this? OHM. Olympus DAO is up today, right? It's 1091. And so what do I have right now? I've got 2.9893. Right? So if we look here, all right, that's worth like 3 grand. So sitting pretty, one would think, right? It's up today. I've also been gaining it because when I started, I had 2.66. And now I've got 2.98, right? So I'm gaining more of this OHM token by staking it. Unfortunately, if we look at the chart, the 14-day chart, unfortunately, I bought this on the 13th. And as you can see, the price of the coin is lower than what I bought it at. So even though I've been earning more, and even though it's up today, I am technically still in the red on my investment. Even though I've been gaining this passive income, I'm still in the red because of the price action of the coin. It's the underlying asset, right? So these are the things you need to think about when you go and you start staking coins. Now, in the long run, if you're staking a coin and getting paid in that coin, if you believe in that coin, then it's not going to be a big deal for you, right? So think of a coin like Cardano, right? You get your Cardano wallet set up, you start staking, and it's kind of a set and forget. And you're just going to be earning Cardano little by little. And if the price of Cardano goes up and down, it's not that big of a deal because you're a long-term Cardano holder. Now, but these newer platforms like Olympus DAO and the Wonderland, those are a little riskier because they're newer. The price of the coin could collapse. The big whales could sell and dilute it. There's inflation. There's all kinds of stuff that can go wrong with these high-risk platforms, right? So you're much better off staking like Cardano or DOT or Tezos, something like that. The return is less, not quite as exciting, but in the long run, it'll probably pay off. All right? So I just kind of wanted to cover all of the mechanics of staking, high-risk staking, low-risk staking, that sort of thing. All right? So now I think we're ready to move over to the NFTs now. We did the staking from last week, the Metamask pending issue. Let's hit that real quick. It didn't happen to me tonight, but you can, especially when I'm on the Dino website, sometimes, why is it not showing the, okay, there it is. Notice the Dino is like almost empty now because it's all being staked, right? It does not show up in your wallet when it's being staked. I get a lot of people asking me about that, and they're real like freaked out. You know, my wallet's empty. Where's my coin? Where's my coin? I'm like, well, you're staking it, so it's in the pool, right? We can go over to the pool and check it out. There it is in the pool. There's my balance, 3314 Dino, right? Safe and sound in the pool. But it doesn't show up in the wallet, right? So basically sometimes when you perform one of these operations, MetaMask will hang, right? You'll go over to activity and you'll see a pending, right? Now, there's a couple of things you can do when that happens. I don't know if there's like, I can't see all of the history in this right now, but it can hang and then it'll say pending, and then Sometimes, if it's a purchase, it'll have the button that says speed up the transaction, which gives you the option of pumping a little more of the gas into it, or the underlying coin like Matic, to sort of somehow speed up the transaction. Hey JDO, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I haven't covered the firmware. We'll get to that in a sec. I just wanted to talk real quick about problems in MetaMask. So if you click speed up, you can add a little higher gas fee and then click OK, and that might clear it out. That usually works, right? But sometimes even that doesn't work, and you're just looking at this pending transaction, just spinning. And every time you open up your MetaMask wallet over an activity, you've got this hanging transaction. Now, it also has a cancel button, right? So you can hit cancel, but you have to pay a little gas for that, which is really high on the Ethereum network. Not so bad on the Matic network or Binance Smart Chain, but even when you do, then you have to pay again to try to cancel it. And sometimes you'll try to cancel it, and it'll still be pending. And you might get 3 or 4 transactions gummed up in the queue that are all pending, and you try to cancel all 4 of them, and then you got 4 pending cancellations gummed up in your MetaMask wallet. So I was like, well, what am I going to do here? All right. So what I did, and I'm just going to throw this out there for some of you people that, might take this to heart or might have this issue, is I went to the wallet, I went over here to account details, and then I exported the private key. Now, when you click on this button, it's going to show you this really long number, and it's a number letter combination, but it's essentially a number, right? You can copy that into your clipboard, and you can put it over into a text file, or you can just keep it in the clipboard. This is very risky because if you've got malware, keyware logger, remote access software, they can grab what you've got in your clipboard and that kind of stuff. So you have to exercise caution when you're doing this sort of thing. But you can export that private key, like I said, very risky, and then you can go to a different browser, such as, what is this browser? Opera, right? And then you can go over and install a new copy of MetaMask in this new browser. Notice that exact same wallet is in there right now. I've already performed this operation, but you can do it this way. You can say import account, right? And then it wants you to paste that private key in. And then after you click import, you have basically created a mirror image of the exact same wallet pointing to the exact same address on the Polygon blockchain, right? And it's clean, right? There's no pending transactions in this wallet. And then I went back over to Dino Swap in this browser using this copy of MetaMask and did a quick transaction, like let's hit unlock here. Is it gonna let me do that? It says it's connected. That's kind of weird. Let's refresh here. Okay, there. It's connected now. Right? See, this same exact wallet, I can do an excavate, right? And then it opens this copy of MetaMask. I can confirm it. And if that transaction goes through nice and smooth, right, let's give it a second. So, like I said, I took the wallet over in MetaMask. I exported the private key. I came over to a new browser, new copy of MetaMask, imported the wallet into this browser and this copy of MetaMask, did a quick, easy transaction, and then you go back over to your other browser and you look at your copy of Metamask, and lo and behold, it's clean. It just cleans all your pending cancellations out. I tried it. It worked okay for me. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? If you've got like, you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you've got like 4 transactions that just won't go through, and then you try to cancel them all, and then you've got 4 canceled transactions stuck in your queue. Try exporting the private key to a clean wallet over in a different browser, same exact wallet, but just a different copy of MetaMask. Might clear it up. Little trick. Maybe not what you guys were here for, but I wanted to get to that. Ledger Live dot fix, right? We tried dot last week, and it was broken, but there was a new version of the dot app available in Ledger Live, right? So now we've got an updated Ledger Live. We're running the latest copy of Ledger Live. That was the dot fix, if I'm not mistaken, right? We can go to About here and look at the details. Yeah, the Polkadot fix is version 2.34.3. So if you're having trouble with your dot and you're not running the latest version of Ledger Live, then you should go ahead and update, right? And then we had someone earlier that was saying they were waiting for Ledger Live to download for 3 days. Don't let anything hang for 3 days. It's never, if it hasn't done it in 1 day, it's not going to do it after 2 or 3 days. I understand, right? But that is determination, if you ask me. But if you're trying to download the latest version of Ledger Live in line, like when you get this thing up here that says there's a new version of Ledger Live available, and you click download and it just hangs forever and ever and ever and ever, then just quit Ledger Live and then go over to the Ledger Live website. If I can get this, the ledger.com website, but there is a Ledger Live landing page, and just download the installer to your computer, right? There it is. That's the latest one. You can just download the latest installer to your computer. You can see I've already got it here, right? And then just run the installer. You know, make sure that Ledger Live you're not running Ledger Live at the same time. You know, just quit Ledger Live and go ahead and run the installer for the latest version, and it'll update for you, right? And then when you relaunch Ledger Live, you'll be running the latest version. It's pretty easy. Right, so there was an update to the Ledger Live firmware. I have my Ledger device connected. Just gonna turn on this other camera here real quick. All right, so I'm at the home screen of my device, and if we go over to Manager, all right. It didn't ask me to allow Ledger Manager because I think I've already been in the Manager earlier and haven't disconnected it yet, so it didn't ask me that time. So here I am. I'm running the latest version of the firmware is 2.0. If you want a step-by-step walkthrough, I believe I did the video how to upgrade your Ledger Nano X firmware to version 2.0. Covers the Bluetooth pairing reset issue. So I invite you to, if you're having trouble with this, or you're not sure if you need it, or you want to see it happen in real time, I do a step-by-step walkthrough to explain how it's done, and then kind of talk about some of the new features that are in there. So, but always make sure. And then I got a lot of people asking me, "Oh, should I do this? I'm scared." I'm like, "Well, don't be scared. Just do it. I had a question about someone that said, "Oh, I don't have a computer. I only have the phone app and I use my ledger with Bluetooth." Unfortunately, you cannot use the phone app to update your firmware. Let's see here. Okay. If you go into the Ledger app on your phone, it tells you there's a firmware update, but when you tap on it, it tells you that you can't use your phone to update the firmware. You have to use a computer, right? It's just one of those things, right? You can't update the firmware using the phone app and just the ledger via Bluetooth, right? So, the guy says, okay, well, I don't have a computer. All I have is my phone, my iPad, and my ledger device. What do I do? I said, well, you can use any computer to update your firmware, right? So if your wife, your sister, your brother, your roommate, your friend has a computer, then say, hey, dude, can I borrow your computer for a few minutes? I need to update this device. You connect your device to their computer with a cable. You download and install Ledger Live. You run to the manager. You perform the firmware update. And then when you're done, you can just uninstall Ledger Live from that computer, and, there's nothing to worry about, right? There's none of your personal data would really be on there, because if all you do is install Ledger Live and then go straight into the manager to update the firmware, none of your account information is going to be in there, right? And so you're not revealing any personal information to that computer by connecting your ledger, installing Ledger Live, and running the firmware update, right? There is a preferences folder for Ledger Live in the app data folder that you could always go in there and delete when you're done if you feel like you don't want to leave any trace whatsoever of what you were doing. You can do that, right? Over here in the C drive, in users, in the account, in the app data folder, inside roaming is the Ledger Live folder, which will stay in there even after you uninstall the program in Windows, right? But you can just go into this, you can dive into this folder and delete it, so that you won't leave any trace of your Ledger Live on your friend's computer, right? That's one way to update your device if you don't have a computer. Another way to do this would be to go out and buy an open box laptop at Best Buy for $200-300 and use it to run your firmware update. The gentleman that asked me, I posed it to him like this. I said, well, how much crypto do you have? I mean, are you managing 10 grand worth of crypto? Yeah, 200-300 bucks is a nice chunk of change, but doesn't it make sense to keep your device up to date if you're using it to manage your crypto, your future? Thousands of dollars worth of crypto isn't worth going out and spending a few $100. Anyway, that's just me. So those are ways to get around, this whole issue of not being able to update your firmware. But yes, make sure your firmware is up to date. And then I had another person ask me, well, I'm using version whatever on my phone and it's working fine. Do I really need to run the firmware update? And the answer is no, not right now. Maybe you can get by with using an outdated version of the firmware for a few months or even a year. But there were people that had bought the Ledger Nano S and then put it in a drawer in 2017. And then in 2020, 2021, in the early part of this year, when Bitcoin was exploding, they ran over to their drawer and pulled out that ledger and said, man, I'm going to cash in and buy that new, motorcycle I won, right? And then they connected their ledger device and doesn't work, right? Because they waited too long. There were too many firmware upgrades The Ledger Nano S was not able to update to the latest firmware because it was too far behind, right? Not to worry, they still had their crypto. All they had to do was buy a new ledger and use their recovery phrase to recover onto the new device. But quite a disappointment for the person that thinks they can just grab that device out of the drawer and then turn it on, connect it, sell their Bitcoin and get rich, right? So that's my lesson, right? Keep your device up to date, because you don't want to get caught with your pants down when Bitcoin is mooning, right? Or whatever happens to be mooning. All right, so let me go back here. We wanted to see if we can install DOT. Now, DOT is a complicated subject. So first of all, we need to make sure we have the DOT app on our device installed. And we want to make sure it's the latest version of the DOT app, right? So once I updated my Ledger Live to the latest version of DOT, the latest version of the software, it gave me the latest version of the DOT software, right? There's the DOT app, and then there's the software that makes the account work, right, within Ledger Live. Two different things, right? The DOT app manages the private key. The DOT account helps you check your balance and check your transaction history and, send and receive crypto, right? So we've got the latest version of the DOT app. Let's go over to accounts, and we've got our device connected, right? Let's get into the DOT app. Actually, it's going to tell us to do that, right? So we can just go add account and then choose DOT, and it's going to tell us to open the DOT app, right? As long as we have it on there, it's going to just give us that option. All right, so just hit both buttons, open it up. Let's let it scan for DOT. That's kind of weird. Okay, there it goes. We'll see. I think we were able to get the account in, well, we got this far last week, I think. There might be 2 accounts in here. Basically what's happening is Ledger Live is scanning my device and looking for any DOT wallets that I've created in the past. And it's taking a few minutes. Always does this when I have company. Okay, there it is. Okay, so there's a DOT account in there, and there's my DOT, safe and sound, right? In fact, last week I showed you that you can use your Ledger Live, you can use your Ledger device to manage DOT over on their website. You don't even need Ledger Live. But I know there are a lot of people that don't like the idea of third-party wallets. They want to do everything in Ledger Live. More power to them, right? So, and they had their DOT in Ledger Live, and then Ledger Live started flaking out on them, and they couldn't manage their DOT anymore. I think they couldn't even see their DOT, right? So there's the DOT. We can earn rewards. We can, we can stake DOT within Ledger Live, and but it's not set and forget. It's not cut and dried, right? DOT is a little complicated. I'm going to turn this camera off here. There's a thing called slashing, which means that if you happen to stake with the wrong validator, and that validator is a bad actor, you risk the DOT that you have staked in their pool, at least your rewards. I don't know if you would lose all of your DOT, but at least maybe some of the rewards that you might have thought you were earning, right? If they get slashed. That's how the network works. So in order to mitigate that risk, you're going to stake your DOT across several validators, like maybe 10 validators. So that's technically challenging, right? You got to go check each validator, make sure they're up to snuff, you've done your research, and then you're going through and you're paying fees for all these transactions, and then when it's time to unstake, it's going to take 21 days. I mean, it's a lot. right? And you know, I don't have anything against DOT, really. It's been pretty good to me, but I gave up on trying to stake it natively a long time ago. I just got tired of it. Was complicated. They're constantly updating it, breaking functionality. I just got tired of it. So I'm holding my DOT, and that's all. I'm not staking it. I did take a portion of it and deposit it on Kraken, and I'm staking it there. It's a set and forget, right? They just give you 12% over on Kraken. I know it's not in your wallet anymore. It's in their wallet, but I'm trusting them, and I think they're a pretty good outfit. So that was my solution. So I know there's a lot of people with questions. How do I stake? I did this, and it's giving me this error message and all this stuff. So my solution is I'm not going to engage with native DOT staking. Too complicated, too fraught with bugs and issues. All right, so I don't really manage this DOT in here, so I'm just going to take it out. All right, I don't want it in there. I don't want somebody to come look over my shoulder and see all that DOT. All right, it's on my ledger, safe and sound. I'm not worried about it. Thank you, GB. I appreciate that. Any other in Kraken? I don't want to leave DOT on exchange. So I think I just covered that, right? If you want a worry-free way to stake DOT in a custodial type situation, you can drop it over on Kraken. They'll pay you interest on it. I don't know, maybe Binance will too, but I don't have access to Binance. Other than that, you can use Ledger Live to stake your DOT, or you can go over to the DOT website and you can stake your DOT over there, right on the Polkadot Substrata website. That's where you can actually stake your DOT natively, right over there, right? But I'm not going to do that, right? I just had problems like unstaking it, and I hate when I don't have access to my crypto. It was a 21-day unbonding period, and then some of my DOT got stuck in some of those, and I was just like, I'm not into this anymore. I just gave up on it. So, but that's another way to do it if you're curious. I know you guys, you see dollar signs, and you want to do it, and then it's technically challenging, and then you get frustrated, and then you're upset, right? It's better to kind of stick with what you know. Holding DOT is great. There are other platforms like Cardano where staking is pretty worry-free, really easy to stake over on Cardano, right? Or in some of like PancakeSwap or Dino Swap, those are pretty easy to wrap your head around too, right? All right, so let's see here. Have you done a video on selling staked ETH that is stored on Ledger Nano X for another coin? What is the best exchange to use? So if we go over to, that's a good question. If we go over to CoinGecko and look at staked ETH, Lido staked ETH, right? It's an ERC20 token. You can sell it if you want. Even if you're like staking it within your Ledger Live in the Lido app, you can it shows once you've staked it, it's in your Ethereum wallet. You can actually sell it, right? So, but there are really no exchanges where you can sell it, except for the decentralized exchanges. So if you want to sell your staked ETH, your Lido staked Ethereum, you're going to have to do it over in like 1inch or Uniswap. And you're going to be paying extravagant Ethereum gas fees for these trades, right? So, you're going to have to transfer it out of your Ledger wallet. Actually, you could do it in Metamask with your Ledger connected wallet, right? So we talked about that earlier. Oh, this is this is different over here. I was like, oh my gosh, where is my... All right, let's go. Right, we could switch over to our Metamask wallet that is... well, first we got to go back to the Ethereum mainnet, right? We could switch over to this Ledger-based wallet, right? So we have access to our Ledger-based wallet where we have that stETH, right? You can see I did it. I did it already, right? And then we would connect to Uniswap. All right, we'd launch our app. We've connected to our wallet. Let's just double check that. Cancel this. We just close out Dino Swap. Oops. Yeah, that's the correct wallet, right? So we would go for our stETH, and we would probably your best bet would be to trade it for Ethereum, real Ethereum, right? There's not that much in there, right? But you could do it, right? And you could trade your staked ETH for back to regular Ethereum, and then whatever. You can cash it out or do whatever you want with it if you want, right? Or you can just hang on to it until it's, you know, you can cash it in for regular ETH 2.0, whatever. Okay. So, no, but I haven't done a video on that. Nope. Okay, let's go back over here. Where were we? We talked about the Ledger Live firmware update. And like I said, if you just go and check out this video, I go through all of those issues, right? And one of them was that Bluetooth pairing reset issue. Unfortunately, when you run this firmware update, it will there's an issue with your pairing with your phone. You'll have to redo that, right? You'll have to disconnect the device and repair it. Unfortunately, that's one of the bugs in their firmware update. So I cover that in this video. Right? I'll just put a link to that video there. Right? So if you have any issues or problems with the firmware update, you want like a walkthrough, this is a great video. I put it up yesterday, actually. All right. And there you go. Let's see, where are we here? Okay, managing NFTs. Let's talk about NFTs, right? Everybody's like looking for NFTs. Everybody wants to play around with NFTs. And then I had an earlier question, I think, in the chat window, which is, how do I put my NFT on my ledger, right? Okay. So let's take a look here. And their question was about OpenSea, right? As you can see here, I'm on OpenSea and I'm connected to a wallet that actually has some NFTs in it, right? The Metamask wallet. Let's go back. Actually, that wallet is this guy over here. All right, I'm connected to this wallet. This wallet, whoops, I don't know what I did there. This wallet has some NFTs in it, right? They're my NFTs. Now, so let's talk a little bit about NFTs. So if I wanted to put my NFT on my ledger, right, I could do it a couple of different ways. One of the easiest ways to do that would be to connect to OpenSea with a ledger-based wallet, so that when I buy it on OpenSea, it's already in my ledger-based wallet, right? So if we go over to MetaMask here, and we switch over to this wallet, Ledger 2, okay, I guess we're, okay. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Let me log out. If I can do that. Okay. Yeah. Let me log out. Okay. We've got the Ledger wallet active, right? This is the wallet that is connected to my Ledger device. Right? In order to manage this, I'll need to be in the Ethereum app. So we'll do that. But I'm actually probably not going to buy anything here. But, all right, so I'm in the Ethereum app. I've got my MetaMask wallet that is connected to my Ledger device. Remember? It's the same wallet that we can see in Ledger Live. This guy over here, Ethereum main. Same exact wallet, Ledger based. Turn that off for a sec. Right? We've just managing it within MetaMask now instead of Ledger Live, but it's the exact same wallet. Right? Now we can connect to OpenSea with this wallet. Right? It's basically just empty, right? But if I were to go and buy an NFT, right? It's not very expensive. I don't think that, well, yeah, I guess there's some, let's just do a quick, let's say we're going to buy this guy. It's $2. And then we're going to confirm our checkout. We're going to have to sign this in our MetaMask wallet. Signature, welcome to OpenSea. I've got a sign to sign in. All right. Now, see, it wants me to open Ledger Live. Right? It's going to, I'm going to have to connect to this WebSocket. All right. I'm connected now. So I'll just dismiss this. And I should... okay. It should, the button should pull up and say buy at this point, if it's working correctly. But it doesn't look like it's going to. All right, I don't see anything in activity that's waiting. I thought I signed this. Oh, I know what's going on. It's my Ledger is waiting for me to give it permission, right? So this is the security of the Ledger device. Right? We'll give it permission to connect this wallet to OpenSea. Wait for deposit. Oh, once you deposit ETH into Polygon, you won't need to pay a transaction fee again. Oh, am I in the Polygon? Yeah, I'm not going to go through all this. I thought I was on the... I thought this site was Ethereum based. Could be wrong. Okay. Anyway. I really wasn't prepared for that one, was I? That's okay. I thought OpenSea was an Ethereum based. Okay, whatever. Let's check Rarible. I know that's Ethereum based. Okay, I need to get out of this. Let's sign into our Ledger based wallet. Why does it keep doing that? Okay. We want to connect to Ledger 2. All right, there we go. All right. I think we're okay there. All right. So if I were to buy one of these NFTs, and they all look rather expensive. Okay, here's one. Oh, I have to bid on these? Doggone it. Why can't I just buy one? All right. It's not that crazy about NFTs. All right. So I guess I have to bid on them over here. I was hoping to find like just a really cheap one that I could do a demo on. 0.3 ETH. Okay. Oh, you can just buy it outright for that amount. Okay. So how much is 0.0 ETH though? 0.03, right? That's $124. Okay. All right, so kind of expensive, right? $124. But okay, I'm game. Let's see what happens. We click here. Oh, it wants me to pay with crypto. Okay. I've got a balance of ETH. There's a service fee. Okay. All right, there. Okay, there. Here's the rub, right? In order to make this purchase, I have to sign this transaction, and I'm going to pay $170 in Ethereum gas fees to buy a $124 NFT. I'd have to be insane, right? Or rich, right? I don't even have enough funds in my wallet to do it, right? So I'm going to reject it, right? That's the problem with the Ethereum, right? The gas fees are higher than the things you're buying. Of course, if you're rich and you think that this NFT is going to double, triple, quadruple, or 10 times in value over the next week or month or year, then yeah, go ahead and make your purchase and spend your gas fee, because you'll get it all back down the road when this thing is worth 10 times what you paid for it. But that's a risk, right? You really want to go there? I kind of wanted to show you that over in that other wallet too. So let's go back. I kind of wanted to show you a similar conundrum in the other wallet, this wallet. All right, now I got some. Let's go to profile. Yeah, I wanted to show you this. Okay, so I got this. These sneakers, right? Somebody just kind of dropped them to me. I didn't pay for them, but they're worth something, right? But not much. And I put them up for sale, right? Someone has offered to buy these for 0.01 wrapped ETH, which is approximately $41, right? So I could say, ooh, this was given to me for free. Why don't I grab that $40 right now, right? And then I can take my family out for dinner, right? So I'll go ahead and accept this. Let's hit accept. All right, I'll accept that bid. Now I need to sign that in Metamask, and lo and behold, I got to pay $85 to accept this $41 sale, right? This cost me $85. It's to sell this thing for $40, $41, right? So I'm going to be down $40 on the deal. This is the Ethereum network, right? It's just unbelievable. All right, now let's try something else. Let's try moving the NFT, an NFT. Let's say I want to move this to a different wallet, right? Let's say we want to move this over to our our Ledger-based wallet. How are we going to do that? Well, let's disconnect here real quick. We don't need all this. All I really need is the Ethereum address of this wallet, right? Because that's how we move NFTs, based on the Ethereum address, right? And then once I get that NFT moved into my Ledger-based wallet, we can pull the same we can switch wallets, and we can see the NFT over in the other wallet, right? So let's give that a shot. Where were we here? Right, I would like to move this to a different wallet. How can I do that? Where is it? Let's go back. All right. Here. All right, let's hit transfer. Let's transfer this NFT to a different Ethereum wallet, one that is based on a ledger, right? That was the original question. How can I move my NFT onto my ledger, right? More precisely, the answer is, how do I move an NFT from a non-ledger based wallet over to my ledger based wallet? And the answer is, well, all you need to do is get the address of your ledger based wallet, paste it in here, click continue. Right, it's going to pull up Metamask, and I'm going to have to pay $19.23 in gas fees to do this. It was more earlier. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it. What the hell? Hopefully that's going to work. Seems like it worked. All right. So it cost me $20 to move this NFT from one place to another. Ethereum gas fees change depending on the time of day. I think I'm waiting for Metamask to confirm this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's still pending. Right, so it's still pending in my Metamask wallet. So, but let's give it a few minutes. It probably will eventually go out. Right. Let me see what questions are being asked over here. Oh, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ is here tonight. That's great. Scott, you said ETH sucks earlier. You had to say it one more time. I get it. Yeah, I would say it over and over again, right? That's why we, I showed you a few weeks back how you can manage NFTs on the Solana blockchain. Much cheaper fees. But there are also a lot of like fly-by-night NFT artists out there that are in it for a quick buck, and you can end up with a worthless NFT. Yeah, we have to use the computer to upgrade the firmware. I think we covered that earlier, and I gave you some options. So you could go back and watch the live stream again, and check where we covered that topic. Yeah. Oh, so Polygon, OpenSea is Polygon based? Okay. Solana. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ is here again tonight. Thank you for the compliment on the Nano upgrade video. I have a bone to pick with you guys, though. When I do a Ledger video, some of them are quick and easy. Like that firmware upgrade video, I think it took me an hour or two to record it, and then an hour or so to edit it, and I was done, and it posted, and it was getting all kinds of great views. Now, when I do a Ledger setup video, where I unbox it and set it up with the 24-word phrase, I write it down, I do all that stuff, I have to use multiple cameras, takes me like half a day to get it all recorded, and then it takes me several hours to edit it and all that stuff. Like, those videos just don't seem to get too many views because they're dry and boring, right? How to set up Ledger Nano X on your computer, how to set up a Ledger Nano X on your phone. Those videos just haven't been they're not exciting, right? But they have longevity. But it seems like, and I think I've mentioned this so many times, the videos that take me so long and so much effort to record just don't seem to get the views that I can whip out in a few hours. Lamenting. See, it's still hanging, right? I'm still waiting for this thing to go through. We'll see. We'll just be patient. We'll see if we can wait, right? I could speed it up, but I'd rather just wait. And then if I try to cancel, I'm going to have to pay more Ethereum just to cancel it, right? So let's just hang, and we'll see. We can always go over to other tabs and do other stuff, right? Barbara K, I have Rex to help me over the obstacles. I do have an out. Mr. David, welcome. It's good to have you here again. Mr. David and I know each other pretty well because for a while there I was doing the Patreon thing, and I do one-on-ones, group chats with David and some others, but just got to be too much extra work for me. If I had more ambition, I probably would make a lot more money on YouTube. But my ambition is to enjoy myself, do my tutorials, make some side revenue on YouTube. But I'm not going to spend, 6 hours a day working on my YouTube channel every day. Some people are like that. And, they get rewarded in, with more views and more revenue from YouTube. But that's not really what I'm about, right? I want to spend more time with my family, and I have crypto investments, and so I'm not YouTube ambitious, maybe like I should be. But I try to get as many good tutorials out as I can. But I don't like post videos every day like some other YouTubers. Okay. Mr. David. Rex, how is my Daedalus? I tend to open my Daedalus once a week to check stakes still coming through, and the validators I have bonded are not oversubscribed. Yeah, that's a good practice to go into Daedalus. I kind of gave up on Daedalus because I couldn't get it to load, right? I kept having, oh, there, it went through. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So we transferred those sneaker NFTs into my Ledger-based wallet. So if we go over here to Ledger Live, they're in there, but I can't see them in here, right? I can't see NFTs in Ledger Live. It would be kind of cool if they had that functionality, but I don't think they do. But we can go over to MyEtherWallet, right? MyEtherWallet is another way to connect to your Ethereum wallet, right? It's the same exact wallet. I just connected to it on MyEtherWallet. Let's see if NFT is going to show up. I might have to, let's refresh this. Okay, I guess. All right. All right, so we got our ledger. The only thing I'm going to show you here is that I'm in the Ethereum app, right? Which I'm already in it, right? Yeah. So we'll just click both buttons, make sure that we're in the Ethereum app. And I think that's really all you need for my Ether wallet, right? We just click my hardware. We choose Ledger. Okay, it wants to connect that way. That's kind of weird. All right, this is different than it was before. Oh, okay. Ledger's connected. Unlock wallet. All right, there it is. That's not the wallet that I wanted to connect to. Okay. That's weird. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. That's not the wallet that I want to connect to. Maybe it's already... Let's just start over. Let's start over from scratch. Let's try it. MyEtherWallet. Let's turn this off. MyEtherWallet. Okay. I think we're okay over here. We're not sometimes when you're in Manager, it interferes with these third-party wallets, but we're not. Let's choose Access Wallet. Let's choose Hardware. Let's choose Ledger. This is so weird. Oh my Lord. See, now how would anybody have known that you need to do that, right? We're going to switch over to the Ledger Live derivation path. We'll hit Unlock Wallet. There should be 2 wallets there. See? These guys are just unbelievable. All right, this is the one we want, the 2445. That's the one where I move the NFT, right? So we'll hit this. We'll hit Access Wallet. There, we pulled up the same wallet we had in there before. Let's try NFT Manager. It still doesn't show that NFT, which is weird. Because I sent it there, didn't I? Yeah, that's all right. Let's try it over in Rarible. Let's log out of this wallet, or sign out of this wallet. Okay, let's go back up here. All right, and we're going to switch over to that ledger-based Metamask wallet. That is the one where we put our, we sent the NFT over there, didn't we? Well, I sure hope I did. I'm not too worried about those shoes anyway. Let's go here to my profile. There they are. See? They did move. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't show up in my Ether wallet in the NFT manager. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's the same wallet, right? We're in the it ends in 2445, right? And in Rarible, we're in that wallet, right? There it is, 2445. Same wallet, right? But the NFT is showing up in Rarible, but not over in my Ether wallet. Oh well, right? But we did it, right? We successfully moved the NFT from a non-ledger-based wallet over to a ledger-based wallet on the Ethereum blockchain, right? All we needed to do was do a transfer to the address of the Ethereum wallet, right? And then I reconnected to Rarible using my ledger-based wallet through Metamask. Not that easy, right? But doable, right? What else we got on the agenda tonight? Oh my gosh, we're getting behind, right? 7:37. All right, ledger-based Metamask wallets. We've talked about that, right? I showed you that in Metamask, you can go here and connect a hardware wallet and import a ledger-based wallet into Metamask. I've already done that with these wallets over here. We're currently using a ledger-based wallet in Metamask. So you saw me signing in where I had to, verify on the device. So that allows you to use your ledger as your private key and still use MetaMask to interact with all these websites. Right? I think we covered that. Also, Ledger app update, your device is locked message. I got that a couple of times. When you go into the manager, the device is unlocked. Right? Okay. But sometimes when you get into these app updates, like if you have an update that says, you need to update the Dot app, or you need to update, the Ethereum app or whatever, sometimes there's a little numbers up here that say you need to update your apps, right? Maybe you got one or two or whatever. The HBAR app wanted me to update earlier. You start updating it, and then all of a sudden a window pops up that says your device is locked. All right, but it's not, right? It's not locked because I had to unlock it in order to get into Manager in the first place. So how could it possibly be locked? But it does sometimes. It'll pop up. It'll say your device is locked. You just try again, right? Just dismiss it and try again. Now you might need to dismiss it, quit Ledger Live, disconnect and reconnect your device, and then go back in and try again. But I just dismissed that and then clicked update again, and the second time it updated the app for me. But occasionally you're going to get that pop-up that says your device is locked. It's just a random error message. But it's something that's trivial, right? You can just dismiss it and try again, and it usually will be fine. Just wanted to point that out to anybody that got that error message. What else we got here? Adding new Bitcoin wallets in Ledger Live. I wanted to cover that. Someone asked me about the older types of wallets that you can't do that anymore. So let's cover that real quick. let's hit add account here. We'll choose Bitcoin, right? And Ledger Live should say, tell me to open my Bitcoin wallet, right? We'll hit continue here. Right, it wants me to open the Bitcoin app, so I'll hit both buttons for that. All right, now it's going to scan my device for any existing wallets. We did this earlier with the Dot app, right? Notice I have a bunch of empty ones, right? No big deal. I just have more than most people, right? Because I'm always creating new wallets and emptying them out and blah, 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 blah. All right, but the important thing that I wanted to point out is down here, right? The ones up here are existing wallets that I'm not using anymore, that I'm not managing in Ledger Live. And then down here, these dim wallets are the ones that are already in Ledger Live, right? You can see them back here. The Bitcoin affiliate and the Bitcoin main. They're already in Ledger Live. But, you know, the add accounts interface can see them. So it's like pointing that out. Over here, it's asking me, do I want to create an empty Bitcoin wallet? And it gives me native SegWit. Well, you see this little tick bar here? You can toggle that, and it gives you the option of creating an old SegWit wallet. If I wanted to create an empty SegWit wallet, I could. And this is fairly new. I could even create an old legacy wallet. A brand new empty legacy wallet if I wanted to. I really don't know why I would want to do that. Some people might be using like a really old wallet that they're trying to transfer into their ledger that won't take a native SegWit address. Or maybe they're on an exchange that still doesn't support SegWit or native SegWit, which is highly unlikely. Almost every exchange now supports native SegWit wallet addresses. So there's really no reason to use, well, some still don't support native SegWit, right? That's the newest one. So it's okay maybe to maintain a regular SegWit wallet. But I don't know why anyone would want to create an empty legacy wallet. That's like the really old Bitcoin address format. But you can, right, if you want to. This little toggle switch here will allow you to do it. Someone had asked me about that earlier. I just wanted to point that out. Right? But we're not going to do any of this, right? I just wanted to point out that those options exist if that's your intention. All right, now, I wanted to get to some fun stuff. So let's see, where we're at now. Adding new Bitcoin wallets to Ledger Live. Funding withdrawing from PancakeSwap using BinanceUS. All right. So when you are trying to fund a Binance Smart Chain wallet, it used to be a real hassle using BinanceUS because BinanceUS, for some bizarre reason, did not support Binance Smart Chain addresses. You could only use BEP2 for BNB. Right? The other day I was playing around with BinanceUS and I discovered that they support Binance Smart Chain now. So it makes it really easy to send and receive between your Binance Smart Chain wallets, right? You don't have to use that Binance wallet to do the conversion anymore. You can do it directly right out of your BinanceUS account. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But before I do, I just wanted to show you very quickly something that I used to do this with Litecoin, right? Let's say that I want to fund a purchase on BinanceUS of BNB coin, right? But because BinanceUS puts holds on my deposited funds, I don't really want to deposit from my bank using BinanceUS because they're going to make me wait like 10 days or whatever, some ridiculous amount of time, right? I want to do it now, right? So I can go over to Coinbase Pro and do it now because I've got some collateral in here. So what I'd like, but I can't buy Binance coin on Coinbase Pro. and I can't transfer US dollars from Coinbase Pro into Binance. What I can do is buy a cryptocurrency and transfer that from Coinbase Pro into Binance US. But I wouldn't want to use Ethereum because I would be paying a huge Ethereum transfer fee. So generally I would use Bitcoin because Bitcoin, the fees on Bitcoin are relatively inexpensive. But I discovered that Solana is even better, right? Because the Solana fees are ridiculously low, and BinanceUS supports Solana, right? So I can do SOL, right? I can make a deposit of Solana, and all I need is this Solana address. Let's go back over to Coinbase Pro. The only thing I'm worried about is my minimum. I think I can squeak by with $100. Let's do 150 just to be on the safe side. So we're going to deposit some US dollar from our bank account, and we'll use this bank, and we'll do $150, right? We'll deposit that in here. I can trade that right away. There's a 5-day waiting period, but I have $150 in collateral already. So I can use this US dollar to purchase that Solana that we want to do, right? So let's do that. Let's do trade. Let's use Solana. Let's use our US dollar to buy Solana. That's $150 worth of Solana. All right, we purchased our Solana. We can go to portfolio and just double check. All right, Solana's in there. We're good to go. Let's do a withdrawal of our Solana. I might not be able to do this. I think there's like a... Okay, it's going to let me do that. Interesting. It used to be like 1.2 Solana. I guess now that Solana is worth more, I can my minimum is less Solana in. All right, let's just double check that to make sure that's the correct address that we got from BinanceUS. Yeah, 5 GIC at the end of it. Whoops. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, 5 GIC. That's the Solana address. All right, it's happy. I'm gonna use the max Solana. We're gonna withdraw, and we'll put in our 2-factor. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, Binance. I'm sorry, not Binance. Coinbase. Right, withdraw Sol. Oh, there's that fee. Look at that fee. Minuscule, right? Less than a penny to transfer my Solana over to BinanceUS. I used to use Litecoin for this, right? Because Litecoin was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin, right? I like Solana better, right? Faster, cheaper, right? I should get an alert that I have transferred some Solana. Into my BinanceUS. It'll come out in just a sec. Both that goes directly into wanting gains now versus later crowd. New proposal aims to raise Binance coin value by burning Binance Smart Chain fees. The new BEP might decrease the total amount of BNB that validators and delegators obtain from staking. Okay. I hadn't heard about that, but I think a lot of the DeFi websites, the newer ones, are trying to come up with schemes that will prevent inflation. A lot of these, like PancakeSwap, because they were giving out such good return in staking, they were creating inflation by giving out so many coins, giving such good rewards, right? They were attracting a lot of users, but they were shooting themselves in the foot because they were creating inflation by giving out such high rewards, right? So a lot of them are coming up with these burn schemes so that they'll, either in transactions or whatever, they're burning coins to lower inflation, to keep, so that the price won't go down, right? The more coins in circulation, the lower the value, right? Isn't that what the U.S. government is teaching us now? They keep pumping dollars into the economy, and so the dollar is worth less, right? But so what happens are that prices go up. So price of gas goes up, price of food goes up. So the more of a coin or dollar in circulation, the less it's valued. So that's why a lot of these firms and Binance, I'm assuming, are coming up with schemes to burn coins to reduce inflation, right? Maintain the value of the coin. I still haven't heard anything from BinanceUS about that deposit. Let's just go over here and see what we got. It's a wallet. Okay, it's there, right? So the Solana is there. Oh my God. My phone just died on me. That was weird. God forbid, right? My phone. The screen went crazy and now it's rebooting. But that's okay. All right, so we've got the Solana in here. And the reason I put the Solana over there was because I wanted to use it to buy some BNB so that we could transfer some BNB into our Binance Smart Chain wallet. So I kind of wanted to demo this for you guys, right? So let's go ahead and do that. First, I have to sell my SOL to US dollar, which is a taxable event. I know. We're going to do market here. Sell all that SOL for US dollar. Okay, we're good there. Now we've got more dollars, right? Now we're going to use that to buy BNB. All right. We'll trade BNB for dollars. And I might be shooting myself in the foot by doing all of these trades. I'm just sort of showing you how you can manipulate coins back and forth across exchanges. I'm not that worried about the tax implications. I use CoinTracker to keep track of all this stuff, but it is a bit of a pain, right? So there we go. We got our BNB. Now, let's go over to PancakeSwap. Let's make sure we got all these other things closed. Missing that. Rarible we don't need anymore. We don't really need this anymore. All right. So we'll go to PancakeSwap. Oh, well, let's go ahead and get our Metamask wallet configured properly, right? I'm going to switch back over to my main PancakeSwap wallet, right, where I have some coins already. We're going to switch over to the Binance Smart Chain. I have this configured for the Binance Smart Chain, and I would like to deposit some more BNB in here. And I don't want to have to go through a bunch of steps to do it. So BinanceUS makes it really easy now. So instead of having to withdraw to the Binance Chain wallet and do a cross-chain transfer, I can do all of that right within BinanceUS now. So I can go over to my BNB here. I'll click these three dots. I'll hit withdraw, and we'll just max it out. I'm going to withdraw this BNB, but instead of withdrawing it on the BEP2 network, I have the option of using the Binance Smart Chain, right? They didn't used to have this option. They do now, right? Now I can give it a Binance Smart Chain address. That's my Binance Smart Chain wallet that I got over from Metamask, right? So we'll hit preview. All right, we'll hit confirm. I need my Google Authenticator code. Ugh, my phone. Yeah, just imagine if my phone had actually died, man. I'd just be freaking out. I did back up my code, my Google codes the other day. Okay, so Google Authenticator for BinanceUS. Where are we here? Okay. We'll hit done there. All right, they're going to send me an email. All right, confirm my withdrawal request. We'll hit confirm. Okay, there it goes. All right, order submitted. Let's go back to our wallet. We can do a little, okay, so there, it says it's no longer available. It's in order, which basically means the withdrawal is pending, right? We can go over to our Metamask wallet and just wait for that additional BNB to show up. It should take it to just over 7 total. Oops. There it is. Okay. So, easy peasy, right? I can use BinanceUS to withdraw Binance coin directly into my Binance Smart Chain wallet. This is new. This is really convenient. Still a bit complicated, right? You got to know what you're doing, but better than it was before. It used to be a real hassle, right? You had to use a separate wallet to do the conversion. Now, BinanceUS has that network available when you want to withdraw, right? However, you still can't buy cake on BinanceUS, right? So you would have to put your BNB in one of these wallets, go over to the PancakeSwap, and use your BNB to purchase cake, right? You would connect your wallet. It's loading. Might take it a minute. There it is, right? There's my balance, right? I've got these wallets connected, just like we did before. If we disconnect, right? We just do connect wallet and choose MetaMask, and it connects to the MetaMask wallet that you have active, right? So there we go. We can do some trading and we can buy some cake if we want, right? Right? We could buy some cake. So let's say we wanted to spend 0.1 of our BNB for some cake. We can hit swap here and then confirm. And there was the Binance withdrawal. All right, we'll confirm that in our MetaMask. Our BNB fees are really low. It's another good reason why we like using the Binance Smart Chain for this stuff. And there it goes. Confirmed in MetaMask, confirmed in PancakeSwap. I now have more cake, and I easily bought that cake, right? And I started over in Coinbase Pro because I wanted to like get this cake right now, right? So I bought some Solana, and then I transferred the Solana to BinanceUS, converted it to BNB, transferred it into my Binance Smart Chain wallet, and then made the trade to buy that cake, right? But what if you just wanted to buy the cake outright? Well, you can't do it on BinanceUS. They don't have cake for some strange reason. Okay, right? You can't buy cake on Coinbase Pro or Kraken or anything else. Really, the only place you can buy cake is basically PancakeSwap. But there is one place where you can buy cake outright, and that's Crypto.com. And they make it really easy to transfer it into your wallet, right? Oh, that's like weird. Oh, because I told you my phone rebooted, I'm going to have to reconnect if it will work. Hopefully. There it is. All right, so we can go over to crypto.com and just buy cake outright if we want. And you might say, well, why in the heck do you want cake? What's so great about cake? I wanted to just give you a quick look here. If we go to the PancakeSwap homepage, PancakeSwap is huge, right? Used by millions, trusted by billions. 34 billion staked, right? That's just them saying that, right? But if we go to DeFi Station, where it's an aggregator that shows the top Binance Smart Chain projects, sure enough, 34 billion. That's a lot of total value locked, right? So, and Cake is the governance token for that site, right? Cake does pretty well, right? So I'm not crazy for wanting to buy some cake, right? So we can do it here in crypto.com. Very simple. We'll just hit trade. We'll hit buy. And then we can hit that little search and type in cake. There it is, PancakeSwap, Binance Smart Chain. All right, let's just buy a little cake using our debit card. And we'll understand that we're going to pay about 3% merchant fee on that. $2.58 to buy $86 worth of cake. Okay, I can do that. I don't know what it is, but when I try to buy cake, my bank doesn't like it. My bank is like, no, don't buy cake. Weird. Okay, there it is, cake. Bought some cake. Now, I want to put this cake in my Binance Smart Chain wallet. Well, PancakeSwap makes it pretty easy. Let's go over to cake. I'm going to go to accounts. Let's take a look there. We've got our PancakeSwap cake token. Let's click there. Let's do a transfer. We'll hit withdraw. And we'll choose external wallet. And okay, I don't have this wallet whitelisted yet. So let's do that. Let's put this over here. Okay, this is, we're trying to put it in this wallet. I'm going to take it back to the trading interface so you can see what's going on here. All right. Here's the Metamask wallet that I want to put it in. Let's just open this up for account details. And now I can scan this to get that address, right, from crypto.com. Woo, okay. Looks like I'm going kind of slow here. All right, so... okay, now I'm green again. That was weird. All right, so I'm going to hit the plus up in the top corner there. I'm going to whitelist a new address. I'm going to say it's a wallet address, and it's a Binance Smart Chain based address, right? So Crypto.com supports Binance Smart Chain addresses. I'll tap that little icon there. We'll just scan that code in there. There's my address. I do not want that word Ethereum at the beginning. That's kind of weird that it does that. So I'm just going to erase that. I just want the raw address in there. We'll call this new BSC. That's the name of the wallet. Just for my own... whoops. For my own purposes, right? You can name these wallets whatever you want. All right, I need my two-factor. I'm using the two-factor on my phone, but I can get the code by simply going over to Google, tapping the code, copies into my clipboard. We'll switch back over to crypto.com and tap paste. Doggone it. There we go. Kind of accidentally opened up my camera. Well, let's try it again. Okay. I don't know what it was. When I opened the camera, things got weird. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Let's tap paste. And then continue. Doggone it. All right. Oh, it always happens when I'm in a hurry. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Let's scan that code in. Am I like using the wrong code or something? I don't get it. All right, once my code. Okay. Let's go over to Authenticator. Oh, I wasn't at the top. No wonder. It was the wrong code. All right, I'll let this expire. I was tapping the BlockFi code instead of the Crypto.com code because I wasn't scrolled all the way down. All right, so let's do that. We'll tap this. We'll slide back over to Crypto.com. We'll tap and paste. Continue. There we go. By the way, last week, you guys, I was trying to withdraw from Coinbase Pro, and I accidentally withdrew from Coinbase Pro into my Coinbase account without realizing it. I don't know why that was the default when I pulled up the withdraw, but it did. It withdrew into my Coinbase account. It was Ethereum. It was like $200 worth of Ethereum. And I was like, where did it go? Well, I figured it out after we got done with the live stream. So just, you have to be careful. Like, I get in a hurry sometimes. All right, so let's withdraw Cake to our new BSC. We'll hit max. We'll hit withdraw. And it's going to cost me 0.01 Cake because it's on the Binance Smart Chain. I need my Google Authenticator code one more time. And done. Cake withdraw. Complete. That's an easy way to buy Cake. You could buy it and hold it on Crypto.com, or you could transfer it into your, your wallet if you want. So we should be getting another 4 Cake, right? Here in a minute. It'll take it a minute. Yeah, Cake went to 0 on my phone. Bitcoin is at 61,657 and holding. Ethereum is at 42. Right? Things are looking good. It's up. Ethereum just went down below 42. Darn it. All right, let's just double check this wallet. Here we go. Come on, Cake, where are you? Should be coming soon. Okay, Dr. Doc Clover, Doc Lover 100. Welcome back. You've been here several times. Hi Rex, fees on the Ethereum network seem to be regularly higher than say 2+ months ago. Do we fee this? Do I think this will persist until ETH 2.0? Unfortunately, I think yes. I think Ethereum is becoming the network for the rich, man. I mean, you just basically have to be rich and not care about paying exorbitant fees for buying, transferring, and even trying to sell your own NFTs, paying huge Ethereum fees. It's ridiculous. But I will point out that Ethereum gas fees fluctuate based on the time of day, of all things, right? When the network is busy, the fees are higher. I don't know, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But that NFT that I was transferring earlier that was around $20, I believe I had tried that before the live stream, and the fee was going to be like $70 or something outrageous. And I was going to demo that to you guys. I was going to go, hey, look how outrageous this fee is. I hope I transferred this to the right wallet. Whatever. It'll take it a few minutes. All right. Yeah, so that's why these Ethereum competitors are doing so well. That's why Solana is doing so great. You know, you saw me use Solana there as a utility just to transfer from one exchange to another with a minuscule transfer withdrawal fee, right? Because the Solana withdrawal fee was negligible, right? I used that. That was a use case for my Solana. But Solana also, you can buy NFTs on the Solana blockchain. You can buy sub coins on the Solana blockchain. There's it does pretty much the same thing Ethereum does. You've got smart contracts on Solana blockchain, right? So Solana is an up-and-coming Ethereum competitor. I don't know where that cake is, but whatever. Let's go to CoinGecko. Let's take a look at the top 10 coins right now. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Those are the two big boys. And then we have Binance Coin, which has its own smart chain where, there are platforms built on top of the Binance smart chain, like PancakeSwap, that have much lower fees. And, on PancakeSwap, not only can we trade, right, but we can deposit liquidity, we can stake in pools, we can farm liquidity token pairs. I mean, we can even do NFTs on PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain. So that is a competitor to Ethereum, right? The number 3 coin, Binance Coin. And we got Tether, we got Cardano, which is also a competitor to Ethereum that, is going to have sub coins and smart contracts, staking, all kinds of good stuff. And then Solana coming up, number 6, right? We got Polkadot in number 8, which is another competitor to Ethereum. So Ethereum better get its act together before people start switching over to these faster, cheaper alternatives, right? Terra Luna is also another competitor. That's and then Avalanche, right? So there's a lot of coins that are out there that are competing with Solana. That are competing with Ethereum. So the top 10 may look different next year, right? Who would have thought 2 years ago that Solana would be in the top 10? You'd never even heard of Solana, right? I don't know if Solana was even around 2 years ago, right? So you can buy coins and hold them. You can stake them. You can, participate in liquidity pools to earn passive income. You can farm. So there's all sorts of ways to make passive income using crypto, right? Buying and holding is probably one of the easiest ways, right? I talked about the pitfalls of passive income when you're getting paid in the underlying asset that could go down in value, right? Like Dino coin went down in value. And then we did Olympus DAO. We did, the whatever that thing was. Wonderland, right? We did Wonderland, and we talked about the time token. It's not going to connect because I don't have my Metamask configured right now. But I just recorded a video on using PancakeSwap with the new BinanceUS that can do those easy transfers. So I should have that posted in the next few days. I don't know about SolRise. It might be a token on the Solana web. It may not have debuted yet. I don't like to really talk about coins that aren't even available yet because it's pure speculation. What's it called? SolRise. Yeah. If I can't find it on CoinGecko, I don't have much to say about it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Where can we buy it? Can we buy it? Well, it looks like we can buy it on some really low exchanges, but let's check it out. Is there a way that we can API? It's on the Solana. It's a token. All right. I don't know if they have what's called a contract address. Let's do Solana Explorer. What's this thing called? I'm sorry, SLRS. Is this it? I don't know. I don't know that it found anything. Oh, here it is. Solrise Finance. Okay, there it is. So it does have a contract address. We can go over to Phantom. Oh, I think my Phantom is over here. Let's go to Phantom. All right, let's go over to the exchange and see if we can find this guy. Let's paste in that address. Is that going to do it for us? No. No. Let's no, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't know if I can get a hold of it. We can try on Soulflare. All right, and swap. Let's see. There it is. Bam. Okay. We got one sol, don't we? Whoops, that's 10. All right, there's one sol. We can buy this. Let's hit swap. I'm going to need to get, actually, I'm going to have to get into the Solana app because this is a ledger-based Solana wallet. So let's go over to Solana. All right, we're in the Solana app. Let's try this one more time. Failed to sign in transaction. Okay, let's let's try one more time. All right, let's hit swap. Ah, come on. Okay. All right. Let's do access web wallet. Why is it not connecting for me here? This was a verify. We can log out. All right, let's do it again. Let's go to settings. Oops. Ledger, continue, close. Let's do that. I'm not going to do the password. Okay, so now I'm connected. All right, I'm in the Solana app. All right, let's try that swap again. All right. All right, let's do one. All right, let's do swap. Confirm. Ah, why are you doing this to me? Failed to sign transaction on Ledger. Okay. All right, well, I thought I was going to be able to pull this off. I guess not. Let's try this again. Why won't it do that for me like it did there? Okay. SLRS. Yeah, it's not just not doing it for me over here. Oh well. I'm going to have to try again later, I suppose. Yeah. I can't seem to add that coin. At least not over here. And I can see it over here, but I can't make the transaction. Failed to sign the transaction using the ledger. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I need to go into settings because I just upgraded my firmware. I need to allow blind sign. So let's do that. And I need to go to yes. I'll hit both buttons. Now we can do it. I'll bet you. Let's hit swap. All right, there it is. Let's go over here. Boom, and then approve. And there we go. No! Oh, another error. I can't believe this. That's crazy. All right. All right, that's too bad. Damn. Thought we had it, man. I thought I had it. Okay. We could try one more time. I'm probably losing Solana each time I do this. All right. All right. Let's try one more time, and then that's it. All right. Transaction too large. Okay. It's not going to work. Oh, well. So much for troubleshooting on the fly. Didn't work. Oh, well. I don't know if there's any other settings that maybe I should be adjusting. Public key display. No. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. I mean, not tonight. Yeah, it was the blind signing issue in the beginning. But even after I enabled blind signing, I still had the issue of the thing not going through for some bizarre reason. Okay, so it's been... No, I got the kids. They're upstairs. I just... No one's come down here to bug me yet. But let's go ahead and sign out, guys. It's been a good night. How do you try to live day to day using your crypto to purchase and pay bills, or us do crypto for investing mainly? If you need to cash out from your crypto, remember the article that we talked about here. Bitcoin is liquid, right? So any of your coins that are in the green that you're holding, and preferably a coin that you've had more than a year, so you're not going to, incur short-term capital gains taxes. You want those long-term, right? So any coins in your portfolio that you've had for over a year that you can sell on an exchange for, like, let's just say it's Engine Coin or whatever. You can transfer that into your Coinbase account and sell it for US dollar and make a withdrawal if you want to pay your bills, right? Or if it's an obscure coin and you can only sell it on like KuCoin or Uniswap or PancakeSwap, then sell it on those platforms for BNB or Bitcoin, depending on if you're on an exchange or a DEX. And then you can transfer your Bitcoin to Coinbase, sell it for dollars, and withdraw. Right? That's how you live day to day using your crypto, right? Bitcoin is liquid, remember? So you sell it for Bitcoin, transfer your Bitcoin, the newly purchased Bitcoin over onto the exchange and cash out, right? If you're a long-term Bitcoin holder, then hang on to your Bitcoin, right? But if you need money short-term and you've got like an altcoin that is in the green and you've had it for more than a year, or less than a year, depending on how desperately you need to cash out, then swap it for Bitcoin or BNB or whatever, and then cash out if you need to pay your bills, right? Because I don't believe the power company is accepting Bitcoin yet. Maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next year, who knows, right? But you've got Coinbase, you've got BinanceUS, you can cash out your Bitcoin on either one of those platforms. Sell it fast, cash out. Trade it for US dollars and withdraw. It's not that difficult. Okay, guys. I don't know that much about the the Lightning Network. I played around with it a little bit. I found it a little cumbersome, but I'm sure that's the answer to the Bitcoin transaction issues, right? Next bit, but I don't know that much about it. All right, guys. So let's say goodnight. The dog's up there barking. My kids are wondering where I am. Don't forget, we do this every week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.